Good evening. This is All India Radio Kohima. I'm Jonas Yantan with Evening News. The headlines. Chief Minister Neiphiu Rio submits letter of resignation as Chief Minister of Nagaland. National General Secretary NCP Northeast In-charge Narendra B. Verma says it will hold a meeting with party Supremo on decision to stay with ruling or opposition. President Droupadi Murmu hails selfless service of women in water conservation and achievements in cleanliness. And Union Law and Justice Minister Kiren Rijiju says Indian Judiciary will soon become paperless. Now the news in detail. Nagaland Chief Minister Neiphiu Rio has submitted his resignation letter today to Governor La Ganesan. The development comes a day after Neiphiu Rio was unanimously elected as the leader of NDPP Legislature Party. In a tweet today, Rio said, as his tenure has come to an end, he has submitted a letter of resignation as Chief Minister of Nagaland to Governor La Ganesan. Sources informed that Rio will stake claim to form the next government likely on Monday. Sources also informed that the BJP will be holding a meeting tomorrow. The swearing-in ceremony is scheduled to be held on March 7 in Kohima, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi is likely to attend the swearing-in ceremony. National General Secretary of Nationalist Congress Party NCP Northeast In-charge Narendra B. Verma said it will decide on whether to stay with the ruling or opposition only after meeting the party's Supremo Sharad Pawar. He said this while addressing media persons today. Verma said he held a closed-door meeting with the 7 newly elected MLAs from the party and thoroughly deliberated and listened to the views and opinions. Verma said he will be meeting with the party chief and that the decision would be taken on whether to stay in the opposition or join in the ruling. The National General Secretary said the victory of the party comes after a long time and it will give its best to fulfill its manifesto as promised to the people of Nagaland. Verma said the NCP will prioritize on the development of Nagaland. President Droupadi Murmu today launched Jal Shakti Abhiyaan Catch the Rain 2023 campaign in New Delhi. The theme of the campaign is Source Sustainability for Drinking Water. Speaking at the event, the President said that water conservation and management are the most important issues for India, as only 4% water sources are available in the country. She said that traditional water conservation ways have disappeared in the country due to unplanned urbanization. Recognizing the role of women in water conservation and sanitation, the President conferred the Swachh Jal Shakti Abhiyaan 2023 under various categories of Swachh Bharat Mission, Gramin Jal Jeevan Mission, and National Water Mission. The awards were given to acknowledge the leadership and contribution of women of grassroots level in the journey towards making of a Swachh Jal Bharat. Union Minister of Law and Justice Kiren Rijiju has said that the Indian judiciary will soon become paperless. Delivering his inaugural address at the first conference of Central Government Councils of Eastern States of India at Bhubaneswar in Odisha today, the minister said that Phase 3 of the e-Court project has already begun with the aim to digitize the justice delivery mechanism. He said this will put paid to the demands for setting up of separate benches of high courts which keep coming up from different parts of the country. He emphasized the fact that from out of about 4 crore 90 lakh pending cases in the courts, the lion's share is being handled by the lower courts in the country. The minister called for special attention to be paid to the challenges being faced by them. Rijiju also stressed upon the need to ensure ease of justice by introducing the respective mother tongues in the local courts and even in the high courts. National People's Party NPP Nagaland has stated that it will always stand and work for development and prosperity of all citizens and continue to voice out the grievances of the people of the state. In a press release, NPP called upon all the 5 elected MLAs to discharge their responsibilities sincerely as dutiful representatives in their respective constituencies. Further, the party thanked the party workers, supporters and well-wishers for their hard work and for giving their best efforts during the recently concluded state general elections. This news comes to you from All India Radio, Kohima. You can also listen to this news bulletin on News on Air app and YouTube channel AIR News Kohima. Angami Women Organization AWO has expressed immense joy over the creation of history as two first women MLAs were elected in the recently concluded general elections in the state. Salho Tonyo Kruse, former AWO president, was elected from 8 Western Angami constituency, and Hekani Jakalo Kense was elected from Dimapur 3 constituency. Both of them, as first-timers in politics, has put up tough fight against the strong opponents to gain their space in 60 years, which has been male-dominated domain. AWO further wished them success in their new political journey. Dimapur Naga Students' Union has said that the functioning of business activities in a commercial hub has been adversely affected due to fund drives carried out by different students' organizations or unions for various purposes. In a release, the union informed that it is aware that student organizations need the support to carry forward their projects for the welfare of the students' community. It, however, said excessive fund drives and donations cause inconvenience to the business community, which hinders their business growth. The union stated that the student body serving for the cause of the student community must find ways and means to function and not solely depend on fund drives and donations with no work efforts. The union further appealed to all student organizations, including its members, to refrain from such activities for easy financial support by troubling the business community in Dimapur. Commissioner of Police Dimapur Gevituto Sope has revoked a prohibited order under Section 144 CRPC in Tansiripar subdivision. Having found satisfied on the conclusion of general election and improvement of law and order situation in the area, the Commissioner of Police has revoked the said order with effect from today. Union Health and Family Welfare Minister Dr. Mansukh Mandavia today released the book India's Vaccine Growth Story from Cowpox to Vaccine Maitri at World Book Fair in New Delhi. The book is authored by Additional Secretary of Finance Ministry Sajan Singh Yadav. Speaking on the occasion, Dr. Mandavia urged the writers to inculcate research-based documentation. He said that research-based documentation is mandatory to put light on the country's heritage, which reflects its knowledge and science that have proven exemplary in times of crisis. Noting the unwavering dedication of healthcare professionals, the minister stated that the country administered 2.2 billion doses as part of what he described as the world's largest COVID vaccination drive without any shortages across the nation, resulting in saving 3.4 million lives. Indian Railways will launch Bharat Gaurav train to Northeast on 21st of March. The 15-day Northeast Discovery Beyond Guwahati tour will start from Delhi's Safdarjung railway station and cover several places in the states of Assam, Tripura, Nagaland and Meghalaya. The first stop of this train is Guwahati, where tourists will visit Kamakhya Temple and Umananda Temple. As a safety measure against the COVID-19, the Railways Ministry has made mandatory full vaccination for guests of age group 18 or above. All the other booking details are available on the IRCTC web portal. And now to the news, here are main points again. Chief Minister Neiphiu Rio submits letter of resignation as Chief Minister of Nagaland. National General Secretary NCP Northeast In-charge Narendra B. Verma says it will hold meeting with party Supremo on decision to stay with ruling or opposition. President Droupadi Murmu hails selfless service of women in water conservation and achievements in cleanliness. And Union Law and Justice Minister Kiren Rijiju says Indian Judiciary will soon become paperless. That is all we have in this evening news bulletin. Good night.